By 1943, these hills were bare. All the timber had gone. And in effect, the Newfoundlander's job was finished. But the camps were only 2 years old. So what the British government did was they filled up the camps with Italian prisoners of war that had been captured in North Africa. They were brought here. Now, the Italians, they thought this was a very wild and exposed place and there was no trees or nothing. So they started to plant rhododendron bushes, they started to plant exotic trees, they started to have little gardens, purely and simply to make the place more Mediterranean.
You're kidding.
This happened. A rhododendron bush over there.
Oh my God.
Totally alien to the place. And that was the trees these that you see there are ornamental trees. Look at this one over here. Look at the size of it. And the growth of it. Look at the cones on the top of it. That was these guys. They were doing anything they could to make their new home more acceptable.
So they were here for what, till 45?
Till the end of the war.
Yeah. So this right here, this you built this sort of...
This is interpretation panels.
Okay.
We've tried to replicate the corners of the log cabins.
Right.
See, that is the style.
You still have some brick here from the foundation?
That was from the remains of the old camp.
Gosh. And over here, so you figure that this... Do you have any photographs of this particular space right here? Of what it originally was?
Yeah. We've got these. We've got a whole set of photos from it there. This tells a story.
And it's called Dalmochie.
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 Now, the Newfoundlanders didn't call it Dalmochie. They called it the Glenmeck Camp because that was what it officially was. Dalmochie is this area, and this is us talking local names. There was down by the river. There was a ford, the Dalmochie Ford. They came across the ford, and this is a drove road we are walking on. This went across the hills to Angus and down to Dundee. And industrial Dundee in the 1800s was fed by the cattle that came across this road. Links.
So this road was at one time
a drove road.
A drove road.
For driving the Highland cattle to the markets and to the industrial cities.
And it would have just been a path. It wasn't.
It wouldn't have been nothing like this.
This is like gravel.
The line of it.
And how far does this road now go?
Well, it doesn't go too far within the forest. It goes out to the forest, it goes onto private ground, goes across the hills and goes round the side of Mount Keene, which is a big mountain. Round the side of it, down into Angus and across to Dundee.
So it's quite a trail for many roads.
From here it's about 50 odd miles.
We have these same kind of old roads in New Brunswick too. Where they were used coach roads for postal delivery and between small villages and towns. Working in the forest. So okay, I'm just going to take a quick look here at these.
We have all these photographs, you see, and of course I couldn't resist putting in a caterpillar.
Your childhood dream come true.